I came out of the womb asking questions. My mom likes to say I'm an old soul. The questions started off random. Why does Cinderella leave her glass slipper? How do I make corn dogs? Why can't everyone tie their shoes? Then eventually these questions turned into, well, why does my older brother get to watch TV and I can't? Why do I have to wear a dress and boys get to wear pants? Why can't girls have the priesthood, or be bishop, or prophet? You see, for years I struggled with this idea of feeling less than, and I'm sure many girls can relate. When asking about the priesthood, I would often get answers from men like, well, women are just so much better than men, so Heavenly Father just had to give us something. I thought this was stupid. Because even though they were trying to make me feel better, I always ended up feeling inferior. It took me years to realize that roles assigned to men and women are different, but equally important. That the gift of motherhood, which I've been given, is my greatest blessing and biggest strength. It also took me years to realize that society is trying to take that from me. Roles of men and women need to be understood and embraced in order to reach fulfillment in this life, and as members of the true church, we must stand up for that. Forbes magazine released an article in early 2024 that talks about how women tend to be much less satisfied in their jobs compared to men. So why is this? It all comes down to biology and how God created men and women to be separate from one another. Men and women process neurochemicals differently. Women tend to use more white matter, which facilitates communication between different areas of the brain, while men tend to use more gray matter, which is related to information and action. Men are wired to be hunter-gatherers. They were born to protect, provide, and find true fulfillment within their actions. Meanwhile, women are born to be caregivers and procreators, providing so much love and empathy that this world needs. Both have an intrinsic need to serve, but in different ways. So if we truly are equal in God's eyes, why does one role feel more superior than the other? Short answer, it shouldn't. Embracing the gift of motherhood, with or without kids, is one of the best things women can do to improve the world today. The world needs more love, kindness, charity, compassion. By embracing these separate roles, those values naturally become instilled in their lives. For hundreds of thousands of years, women were a minority all across the world. With less worth and fewer rights, wives and daughters were often not even mentioned in historical documents, as well as commonly being mistreated or taken for granted. In more recent years, this has been an issue society has done well to fix. Women can work, vote, join the military, and go on to be very successful. Along this journey to become on the same level as men, women have made so much progress. But we are starting to lose the principles and values that have been the foundation of the home since the beginning of time. There has always been an underlying tone of respect in this nation, which is harder to earn as a woman. In the olden days, we embraced femininity and motherhood. This brought so much joy, but because of how the world was run back then, women were put beneath men. Now, women step into men's roles and are often viewed as equals. But what if we could combine these two concepts? Embracing femininity versus masculinity in a society that is so different from the 1950s. Having values of love in the home, equal partnerships, but not because we bring home the same income. In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, women have always been valued as an important role in missionary work in the gathering of Zion. The church encourages the difference in gender roles and having a healthy balance at home, which separates us from a lot of families outside of our religion. Besides this, there are often misunderstandings within the church that cause women to feel less than, one of the biggest issues being the priesthood. A concept that I myself didn't understand for a long time is that it's not men's power being held in the priesthood, it's God's power. And don't we as women carry a similar power to that within our hearts? Intrinsic gifts of love and compassion that we as women are born with. We all have access to God's power regardless of gender. Just because men and women have different tools to help us use that power does not change the fact that we are all divine children of our Heavenly Father. I am a feminist, but not in the way that most feminists promote themselves. I am a feminist because I support women accepting and embracing the beautiful role that Heavenly Father gave us on this earth. I'm a feminist not because I believe that women are better, smarter, or more capable than men, but because I believe that we are equal in our own divine, separate ways. Society wants women to become equal with men in all the wrong ways, instead of allowing us to accept our true gift, which is love and compassion. Personally, I am so excited to be a mother and find fulfillment in being an equal partnership with my husband. Him providing a house and me making it a home. Though no equation is one size fits all, and what works for me may not work for you, don't ever allow someone to make you feel less than just because you're different. So when you're asking questions like, well, why can't women be prophets, bishops, or have the priesthood, and getting answers that just don't make sense, maybe, just maybe, you're asking the wrong question.